Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics, and I'm trying to be quiet because this is, as you see the title, this is a midnight mail call, and you know, if you're intelligent enough, you'll understand that the reason I'm being quiet and it's called midnight mail call is because I'm doing this at midnight. It's actually after midnight. My Lakers have just lost again to the Denver Nuggets. They got to give it to Denver. They just got the Lakers number. You know, I don't want to hear none of that crap about, you know, Jordan would have did this or whatever. Jordan wouldn't have did none of that at the age of 39. My man Braun is severely outgunned in this scenario, and Jokic and the rest of Murray and the rest of them dudes, they just balling. And you can't have maybe a fourth option coming in and scoring 28 points and damn near 15 rebounds. And Gordon is playing lights out. He's playing out of his mind. And yeah, they just I don't have a lot of hopes. So Mac, I don't want to hear that nonsense. I don't want to hear none of that crap about LeBron this and LeBron that. LeBron is still the king. You know, well, he's still the king, but it looks like Denver runs the NBA. I can concede that. I don't want to talk about Jordan, so we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, so like I'll say, this is a midnight mail call, and I got what I picked up this week in my what's in my bag, and as you see, I got some mail that I'm super anxious to open up and get into, and so much so that I could not wait till in the morning to do this episode. So without further ado, let's get it. So like I say, this is going to be a quick video. I hope I'm going to try to do this so I can get into bed because it is Thursday night. And I do have to go to work tomorrow morning. And I have to work tomorrow night. I have an engagement party to attend or to photograph. So I'm anxious about that. We did a corporate shoot tonight with an engineering firm. We moving up. So I'm happy about that because the better we do in our photography business, the better I'm going to be able to do these mail call videos and whatnot. So first I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you guys what I picked up this week. And as you see, I'm using my blue mic for a change. It's been collecting dust, and I'm like, I just want to see how the sound is differently with this mic, and especially because I have to talk a little bit quieter as I do this video. But yeah, so it wasn't a light week, but you know, it was what it was. So looking at it, I'm guessing, hey, I just had this Marvel books. So the first book I picked up was issue number 3 of Night Thrasher, and make sure I'm not getting too much of a glare. But this was a great issue. It seems like it's coming to an end, it's wrapping up, and Night Thrasher is going through some emotional things. Dwayne is going through some emotional things, trying to figure himself out and find his purpose. He's wanting to give up on the little area of, I forget where the setting is, but you know, anyway, his girl won't let him, and rightfully so. He has some stuff that he needs to clean up, but this is getting a little bit better. I have a little bit more hope than I did when it first started out. I didn't like how they were doing Rage, aka Elvin. He's incarcerated now, and they're having some second thoughts about sending him to the raft or allowing him to get sent to the raft. So if you don't know what the raft is prison for super criminals. Alright, so next up I got Daredevil number 8, and this is an oversized anniversary issue. It says celebrating 60 years without fear. This is a thick book, so I'm happy about that. I do have to catch up. I think I need to read issue 7 first, and then I can get into this one and catch up and see what Matt Murdock is going on. Alright, so this one is a Jonathan Hickman book. This is God's number 7. And if you watch some of my other videos, you would have heard me talk about this particular series. It is actually very, very good. I think it's a slept-on series. Jonathan Hickman, as always, is doing a great job. I think he's setting the tone for a lot of other things that's going on with the Marvel Universe, with I guess the 616. So you guys check this out because it is a really good issue. There's a lot of different characters that he's jumping back and forth with, and all of them are interesting in my opinion. So y'all check that out. Alright, so next up is Blade, written by Brian Edward Hill, one of my favorite writers. You know, in my opinion, one of the top 5 right now. But this is the final issue. It's the final battle between Blade and the Adana, and he doesn't disappoint. It ended well. And that's one of my pet peeves about a lot of comic book writers, is when they write a story, they don't know how to end it. And it ends really crappy. Not just comic book writers, but writers in general. They don't know how to wrap it up, so to speak. Speaking of that, shout out to the Dre Show. You know, he has this thing where it's like, come on, B, wrap it up, you know, whatever. I dig that. I like that. But anyway, this is it's wrapped up pretty good. Pause. But this is a really, really good issue. The series was outstanding. I can't wait to see Blade in the Blood Hunt series. I'm excited about that, which actually the first series comes out next week. So you guys check that out. With all books, Black Panther, Blade, certain characters, I get all of the covers. So I also picked up this cover. Not sure like which one it was, which variant. I think it was just the C cover, B or C cover. Not sure, but you know, picked that up. And this one was actually the 1 in 25, the U cover. It cost a little bit more, but you know, it's a dope cover. It's really nice and goes with the rest of my Blade books. Alright, another series that is absolutely dope right now, and that's the Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue number 4, and this is a really good series. And in fact, I want to think Hickman is writing all of these Ultimate joints, but I don't really remember. I just know that this one was a really good issue. It's some dialogue between Harry Osborn. You find out that Harry is actually married to Gwen Stacy, which is crazy. But yeah, this is also by Jonathan Hickman as well. This series has been really good. All of these Ultimate joints have been really, really dope. Alright, so the last book I picked up, going back into the Ultimate thing, is Ultimate Universe, and this is the second printing. I didn't notice when the first one came out, but I picked up on this one. This was absolutely, like I said, is right in line with everything else Hickman is doing right now. It's absolutely dope. It's absolutely a great read. This one, it's number 1, so Dr. Doom is a good guy. Him and Iron Lad, they actually have to go and break Thor out of prison in Asgard, and you know, kind of bring him up to speed to what's going on as far as you know, how this Ultimate Universe came to be. So this one is definitely a really good read. I think I read this one, Blade, and this one right out the box before I got too far down the street from my comic book shop. So anyway, that's what I picked up this week as far as my local comic book shop pickups, what's in my bag. This is kind of what's in my bag. I'm just like not really going all into that because it's more about this mail call. I ordered some books off of Amazon, some stuff that I was really anxious to get. I want to give a shout out to the Black Comic Lords, because one of these books, I watched the interview that they did, and it was so good, and it was so like in tune to something that I really care about, something near and dear to me, and a lot of other blurs out there, that I was like, yo, I need that book. I got to get that book. So they did an interview with this particular author. All right, so I don't know what is what, so I'm going to go ahead and crack these open. I'm sorry if I'm gonna have to stifle the mic if that's too loud with this mic. I'm not sure like how things are working with the mic because, like I said, I haven't used it that often. Alright, so the first books that I'm pulling out, this is Shook, and this is the Black Horror Anthology that came out some time ago. I forget when it actually came out, but this is something I definitely wanted in my collection. I was super anxious to get this. It's on Dark Horse imprint, and I think Rodney Barnes and let's see who else. Sean Allen, Alvern Ball, Rodney Barnes, Brandon Easton, Bradley Golden, Kevin Graveau, John Jennings, Evan Park, Marcus H. Roberts, and David F. Walker. They are all authors in this book. They all wrote stories in it, and I'm looking because I thought I seen like a cut right there, but that's the inside. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, and oh yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. So yeah, so it has a bunch of different stories. If you know what anthology is, you understand. So I think there's like 12 different stories, but I am super excited to get this book. The artwork looks absolutely great. And again, this is Shook, a Black Horror Anthology. So I picked that up. And the book that I saw Paul from the Black Comic Lords interviewing the author for is this book. This is Black Panther T'Challa, and it's declassified. And what was I can't remember his name. Drawn up Maurice Broaddus. Maurice Broaddus. So picked up this one as well, and I'm super anxious to get into this one. And has so much information that you really didn't think about when it came to T'Challa, the Black Panther, and a lot of stuff about Wakanda, things that that you may have read sparingly in different comic books, but he kind of puts everything together. And from the interview, you guys got to go to their channel, Black Comic Lords channel. Check out that interview with Maurice Broaddus, and it is absolutely dope. To me, it's my favorite interview that the Black Comic Lords have done, and that's because the subject matter and how in tuned I am. I'm gonna do something about the Black Panther soon. I don't know if I'm gonna do like my favorite covers, or just show you guys like back in that direction. I have a whole corner that's just dedicated to the Black Panther, T'Challa and Wakanda, and I have pops, I have legend figures, I have a statue that's like a 1 in 300 that came from Japan. Got a whole bunch of stuff over there. So one day I'm gonna show you guys that. But yeah, stay tuned for that. My favorite Black Panther covers of all time. I think my man Mike on Super Slabs, he asked me, I don't know if he asked me or somebody in the chat asked me what was my favorite cover, my favorite Black Panther cover, and I really hadn't put too much thought in it, and I showed like 2 covers, or I said 2 covers, but I wouldn't be doing it any justice if I didn't show like, at least my top 10 or top 15, whatever it comes out to be. Anyway, moving on to this last book, and I do know what this one is. I'm looking at my time, so yeah, this is dope. This box is bigger than what was needed for this, and this is my Bitter Root book. This is dope. This is actually, I believe, my first omnibus. I don't have any other omnibus. I have like the little smaller ones. I'm not sure what they're called or whatever, But yeah, this is my first omnibus. I have been meaning to buy this for such a long time, and when I was going after this Black Panther T'Challa Declassified, I'm like, getting that and Shook, might as well get everything all at one time. So I picked up this one as well, and yeah, this baby is clean. This is a Will Eisner award-winning book, best continuing series winner for 2020 and 2022. It's being written. It was written by David F. Walker. Shout out to him. He's I follow him on Instagram. He follows me back. You know, I can't say enough about him because I like looking at seeing the different things that he does on a day-to-day basis. Prayers up, blessings to you and your mom. Sanford Green on the artwork, as always, man. That's one of my favorite artists. I still tell the story about how I saw him at Tampa Bay Comic Con. Didn't know who he was. This was like years ago, my first ever Comic Con, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him. So you know, it's always regretful, but one day I'll come across his path and I will be able to tell him how much I love his artwork and give him his flowers. And then there's also Mr. Chuck Brown as well. I can't remember the book. There was a book that Chuck Brown did recently that I absolutely loved. It was like about a sister who was like chasing after some monsters in the community, and one of the monsters, he was like abusive. He was like a pedophile. It was just crazy as hell, but it was a good series, and I think a lot of people slept on it. So anyway, alright, so I'm gonna pop the plastic off this book, and cause I want to look inside. And if I'm gonna look inside, I might as well show you guys real quick too before I go to bed. But yeah, it's beautiful hardcover book, and as you might expect, all of this beautiful Sanford Green art. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys have, most of anybody who's watching my channel has read Bitterroot. If you have not read Bitterroot the series, you've done yourself a great injustice. Go pick up an omnibus, pick up some floppies, do whatever you need to do to catch up to speed. This has been, I forget what they call it, but has picked up, and I think Regina King is going to be producing the movie for this. Don't know where that is in the making or whatever, but I can't wait for it to come out. And you know, if you, like I say, if you've read Bitterroot, you know that they always put like little extras in the back. Like this one, The Root of the Matter, and this is by Kenitra Brooks, and it's root work and conjured in Black popular culture. And this is also in the back of each issue as well. You know, so when you get those, if you're looking at those floppies, you're going to find a lot of other stuff. And like I say, it's filled with information. It's filled with other stuff to read other than the stories. And so real quick, if you don't know about Bitterroot, alright, so if you don't know about Bitterroot, real quick synopsis, and it says, for generations, the Sangaree family has fought to protect the world from the evil plague of the Jinnu, hideous creatures born out of hate and racism. But now the family must face an even greater evil that has arisen to destroy humanity and threatens to rip the family apart. So yeah, it's a really dope book. This collection is issues 1 through 15. It also includes Bitterroot Red Summer Special. So yeah, so I'm super stoked about having this book. This is my favorite character right there, Berg. Indubitably is, when I see him, I think of that term that he always uses. So yeah, so picked up this, like I said, I picked up my little pickup from the normal stuff during the week. Got my Black Panther T'Challa Declassified. Shout out to both Mr. Maurice Broaddus and Black Comic Lords. Shout out to my man Rodney Barnes. Always He is my favorite author right now. He goes up on my Mount Rushmore. And yeah, so I'm gonna get into this this Shook. Hopefully, I'm gonna pass it on to my daughter and my wife, so they can they like horror stuff more than I do, but I just like the comics. I like it in the comics. So anyway, I'm gonna go get into bed. I will holler at you good people later. As always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and keep hanging with me. I'm gonna put out more content because this blurred culture is me, and the culture is something I really enjoy. So anyway, chat you up later. Good night. Remember to continue even in your dreams. Continue to evolve. And keep kicking it with your man Jay, Evolutionary Comics. We out. Good night.